The reason I say white Americans have no culture is because most of the things that have become associated with white people were black inventions. White people love vanilla, but did you know that vanilla was actually invented by an enslaved black teenager who was 14 years old? His name was Edmund Albius. He's the person who made vanilla a mass-produced product because he figured out how to rapidly pollinate these plants. Or number two, if you've ever heard of techno music, that was actually invented by black people in Detroit in the 80s, which now has become synonymous with a lot of white people in the US or white Europeans, when actually in reality this was purely the creation of a black person and black people. Or number three, the thing that I think of a lot is how white people have co-opted barbecue. Specifically in California, where I grew up, you will see a lot of barbecue joints that were actually white people's recipes that they stole from black people. It's very much a ripoff of the common Southern home cooking, which, you know, came out of the American South, both during slavery and during the Reconstruction era. So yes, white people don't have any culture, we steal it. And that has historically been the case, and that is why white people are so angry. You know any other inventions created by black people but stolen by white people? Drop them in the comments. Okay.
All right, racists. Let's talk about the part of history you like to tout the most. Black inventions. And along with those inventions comes the receipts. Racist America has pretended for far too long that black people haven't created or invented most things, if not every single thing we use daily. They like to pretend that the toolbox of life just appeared out of nowhere, or that it was gifted by some default white guy. Then they act shocked every single time a black indigenous American shows up in the patent record. This pattern in history of gaslighting and erasure ends now. So why don't we break the spell with a hit list of under-referenced black American inventors, whose work you touch, hear, and rely on every single day, whether you say their names or not. This is what I call the not-so-familiar list. James E. West co-invented the electret microphone in 1962. That tiny capsule in smartphones, laptops, hearing aids, and almost every modern mic, brought to you by a black man, James West. George Edward Alcorn Jr. built the imaging X-ray spectrometer in 1984 that sharpened space and materials research. NASA named him Inventor of the Year. Translation, he built the instruments that actually see what the naked eye can't. Black brilliance. Meredith Gourdine pioneered electro-gas dynamics, devices like incinerate cut smoke and industrial pollution. He engineered the actual physics. David N. Crosswaite Jr., architect of modern HVAC controls for big buildings. He has 39 U.S. patents, some of which include heating systems for Radio City Music Hall as well as Rockefeller Center. So when you visit these places, your climate comfort is running on David's math. Walter Lincoln Hawkins created durable polymer cable sheathing so telephone lines could survive the sun and harsh weather. Otis Boykin designed precision resistors that stabilized consumer electronics and pacemaker controls. George Carruthers invented the far ultraviolet camera / spectrograph used on Apollo 16 to image Earth's atmosphere and interstellar space. When science looked farther, it used George's instrument. Jerry Lawson led the team behind the interchangeable video game cartridge, the truest pioneer to console gaming. Jesse Russell was the key architect of digital cellular systems and base station tech. He laid the groundwork for the networks that your phone lives on. Marion Croak is the holder of 200+ patents in voice over IP and internet call tech. So as far as internet calling as a service, she operationalized the pipeline. Valerie Thomas, the pioneer behind the Illusion Transmitter 3D image tech at NASA. Bessie Blount Griffin, inventor of the self-feeding device used for amputees and a disposable emesis basin. It's a clinical design that restored autonomy
Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are looking at black inventions, and as the black community, the black folks been given so much credit as regards to inventions, and we have seen some couple of videos of what black people could do, and we're going to look at more. And so if you're coming across my channel and you like what we do, please hit the subscription button, hit that notification button, so that when we bring out updates like this, you'll be the first to be notified. Credit to the original content creator. So let's dive right into the video. That is what we're doing today.
Can you name one black invention?
I can actually name three. Twerking, KFC, and being really loud.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Can you do like any better? Like something that was useful to society?
No.
Why is that?
Because that's the only thing I know that was invented by black people, peanut butter. That's it.
Why do you think there's like literally almost nothing else?
I don't know.
Does it have to do with them being black?
Huh?
Does it have to do with them being black? That they're not able to invent as much stuff?
Possibly.
Possibly?
Yeah.
Like, people think life started in Africa, right? And Africa is one of the most resourceful continent. So why couldn't they invent something before the Arabs had to bring them the wheel?
I don't know.
But why are people scared to say that? Like, obviously people have their strengths and weaknesses. Like, we
If you're really going to be a racist, then you should be a true racist and not use anything or be involved with anything that was invented or created by blacks. Do you want a list? The ironing board, the refrigerator, the baby carriage, the shoemaking machines, the traffic signal, the incandescent light bulb, the folding bed, the mailbox, air conditioning, elevator. You want me to go on?
This is a nation that invented the light bulb, the telegraph, the television, the telephone, the computer chip, the smartphone, the GPS, the integrated circuit, and even the internet. Basically, we invented everything.
We? We.
I didn't see this coming. Y'all ready?
At this point, the only way that I can harbor any sort of respect for a black person is if they prove in some sort of way that they aren't completely obsessed with being black. Care to view history through your black lens. You know, the whole Anthony Johnson this, transatlantic slave trade that. I don't see what any of that has to do with how you are now. Like, because when it comes to what we did invent, all right, we invented the railroad. We invented the internet. We're establishing the foundations of interplanetary travel. Like, I mean, it's just like white people, we have bigger fish to fry than to sit here and listen to how you think slavery is an adequate excuse as to why you can't be trusted with a self-checkout line.
I love it. And my main take on this, glass half full or glass half empty. It's true. You choose what to focus on. You focusing on all the negative things that has happened. Is anyone perfect? No. Will things ever be perfect? In heaven, yes. But on this world and on this earth, no. In America, no. So don't focus on all the things that is wrong, that was wrong, that could be wrong. Focus on the things that was great. Focus on the inventions that black people did have. Focus on all the great accomplishments of black people. How far things has progressed from how they were back in those days. Focus on how things are getting better and how things will continue to be better in the future. So my perspective, what I got from that is just focus on the positive. Focusing on what you want. So if you don't want that, why are you speaking on it? It's that simple to me. Focus on the good.
Black man invented the stoplight. White man invented a ticket. Black man invented the light bulb. White man invented electric bill.
Black man needs a telephone. White man needs a telephone bill.
From the video we just watched, credit to the original content creators, it shows you the level of ignorance among most Americans and how black inventions have been, watered down, and even how even some black Americans do not even know what black people have contributed to technology and development. Most of the devices we're enjoying today are all credited to black inventions, or inventors rather. And we wouldn't be just where we are right now in the medical field, in the health sector, in the telecommunication sector, and all those other advancements if not for black contribution. I think that these things are worthy of celebration and commendation. And I think most of these information should be brought to public attention. People need to know that black people need to teach this to their children and to their grandchildren so that they know where we are coming from and what we have contributed to the advancement of the country, and more especially to the United States of America. But obviously these are my opinions and these are my point of view. So I want to know what your thoughts, your opinions are in the comment section, and see you on the next video. Bye.